Hey, what's up guys? Jonathan here with Florida Turf Pros. In this video, I'm going to answer a question from the weekly question and answer segment that we've been doing here recently. And if you'd like a question answered, guys, all you got to do is just type down in the comment section weekly Q&A : type your question, and then whichever comment or question has the most likes, that's what we're going to do the topic on. And you can ask me anything about my business or whatever, and I'm going to answer questions once a week for you guys. But this one I'm going to combine two questions actually, and the first one comes from a guy named Mike Thomas, and he actually had a whole bunch of questions in there, but I'm going to pick the first one that he put up, and he asked, what do we do about vacation time if you're solo? How did I handle that whenever I was solo? His wife wants to go on a vacation. She deserves it, but he's the guy behind the wheel doing all the work, and it's very difficult for him, to make time to do that. And he just asked how we address that. That's the first question that I'm going to answer. The second one was from Thomas Farrell, and he asked, do we price work in bundles by offering like an all-inclusive service, or do we do a la carte type services? So I'm going to answer both of those questions, but first I'm going to answer Mike's question regarding taking vacation time or dealing with sicknesses and handling scheduling and stuff whenever you're solo. So Mike, whenever I was solo, I was in a similar situation as you, okay? And it was very important for me to be able to, one, still be able to do things with my family, have that time away from work, whether it's vacation, doing travel baseball, which we're involved in, and whatever. And I just knew that being solo and being the person responsible for the entire operation of the company is going to be challenging. So here's how we handled it, okay? I structured my business with that in mind, meaning that we only work Monday through Thursdays, okay? That was one of the main reasons that I decided to just do a Monday through Thursday mowing schedule, and we still do that to this day. Yes, it helps out with rain delays and that type of thing, but the key, Mike, is not overbooking yourself originally, okay? And if you are currently overbooked, man, the biggest piece of advice that I can give you is to start pruning off clients and get your schedule condensed and give yourself more open, more free days, and look really hard at the Monday through Thursday work schedule and giving yourselves a 3-day weekend, okay? That was huge for me because, while you're not able to go on like a week cruise or whatever during the summer, it allows you to just have long weekends, and you'd be surprised, you can have a lot of fun in 3 days, and you can go out and really just, you can just recharge yourself, man. So the first tip that I would give you with that is just making sure that, you're not overbooked and there is margin in your schedule. The second thing that I would say about it is that, as quickly as you can get a helper on board and not transitioning out of the field, but just having some backup where you're able to increase the amount of workload that you can do and getting a little bit of redundancy in your business, that for me was huge, man. So again, I did not overbook myself, and I quickly started bringing on help because it really does allow you to have more time to yourself. Now look, I'm still extremely involved in our business. I'm still out in the field all the time. I'm very, very hands-on in what I'm doing. But that being said, since I'm not overbooked, and since I do have help and I have some basic systems and some redundancy in place, I can step away for a little bit without the thing completely falling apart, Yes, I'm still the head honcho and I'm still the person steering this ship, but if I don't go out and cut grass for a week, things are not going to completely fall apart, okay? And again, I credit that to number one, not overbooking myself, and number two, bringing on help and just putting some basic systems in place, okay? So I hope that answered your question, bud. The next question was from Thomas Farrell, and he had asked me, how do we go about pricing our work? Do we offer a bundle package where we'll come out and mow your lawn, and then that also includes trimming hedges, doing mulch twice a year or whatever? I'm assuming that's the way that he was asking that question. And to answer your question, Thomas, no, we do not do bundled services, and there's one main reason for that, and it's profitability, okay? I have found there's too many variables to make sure that that client is going to stay happy and that we as a business are going to stay profitable. You know, if you tell them that you're going to do their bushes, you know, as needed, well, you know, if you're in a bundled package, man, they're going to want you to be there, you know, anytime there's any hair on the bushes at all, they are going to want you out there cutting them. And you just cannot continue to do that and be profitable if you have not priced that work extremely high. So the way I like to think about it is, if I have a per man hour rate for mowing that I like to hit, if we're going to come and do hedge trimming, well, guess what? I want that same per man hour rate. I'm going to charge and get as much for that hedge trimming as I do for mowing. And if I can't, I'm just not doing that service. So what happens is if you start adding in all these extra services into your mowing, it waters down the actual profitability that you've worked so hard to build up efficiencies in your mowing. So, you know, we absolutely do a la carte because, again, if you create efficiencies for those a la carte services, you can have them extremely profitable. But if you're bundling them all together, it just waters down your margins that you've worked so hard to get. I am adamant about that and not doing all-inclusive services because, and again, there's just too many variables in that, you know, like some bushes grow faster than others. You're not going to keep yourself as profitable as if you had done a la carte services. So I hope that answered your question, guys. If you got any other questions, anybody wants to ask something, just put it down in the comments section, weekly Q&A, ask your question, and whatever has the most likes, we'll talk about that topic. Y'all take care.